Have you ever found yourself wondering what dungeon you should in fact be farming? If you think about it, Raid Shadow Legends is all about farming gear. It's probably, I don't know, if I had to guess 85% of the game, maybe 90% of the game. The rest is experimenting, leveling up your champions, upgrading gear, pulling shards of course. Or have you simply wondered to yourself, am I even farming the right dungeon? We're going to go over that and much more today in this video here to make sure by the end of it you're on the right path, you're farming the correct dungeon, you know how to do this from now on, so hey, let's get right into it. What up team, it's your MurderInc here, back again with another Raid Shadow Legends video, making sure you are farming the correct dungeon, you're not making a mistake, you don't want to be wasting energy, especially with so many players always looking for that next upgrade of gear, as RNG as it may be, but we want to make sure you're on the right path, so let's get right into it. Step number one is going to be take a look at your entire account. Figure out what your goals are. Is your goal to clear the hard Doom Tower? Is your goal to get to the next difficulty in the Hydra clan boss? Is your goal to hit stage 25 consistently in the Fire Knight? These things are so important. A lot of people don't think about it. They kind of base it off of thresholds. Okay, I need to hit stage 20 and everything, then stage 22 and everything. It's much better to really hone in, figure out what your specific progression goals are for this game, and then say, okay, now I have a basis to start with. This is going to be the best way to figure out which dungeon you should be farming to progress to that next level. Once you've done that, I'm just going to pick an example here. Let's say that next goal is going to be Hydra. We're just going to use that as an example. Maybe some people can relate, maybe you can't, but this will apply to anything you choose in this game. What I personally would recommend doing is, first of all, not swapping your gear once, twice a week, however you have your schedule for Hydra sorted. Don't start swapping gear, pulling it from other champions. Yes, you can squeeze by, get a few extra attempts, but it's going to cost so much silver in the long run. It's best to just know what you need, farm what you need, get that gear on those champions, and then have a much easier time progressing through. So this is what I recommend. Find all of the champions that you cannot touch gear from, whether you're running a Bat Eater team, your arena team, all of the teams of champions that are currently working perfectly, farming perfectly. You don't really care about farming stage 25 ice golems, so whatever gear you have in your stage 20 team is going to be fine. What I want you guys to do is use this awesome tagging tool we have and go and tag every champion that you don't want to use, or if you just know what champions that you don't want to touch off of hand, you can do the reverse of this. Head to the clan boss, head to the Hydra, go ahead, start a key, pick out your 3 teams of 6 champions each that you do want to use for the Hydra, and then label all of those champions inside of that champion selector screen that I was just showing you here. Give them all a attack, give them all a defense, whatever you guys need to do just so they are labeled. The next thing you want to do is you want to search up whatever stat requirement is going to be there for the difficulty of the Hydra clan boss that you want to do. Once again, I'm using Hydra purely as an example here. If you wanted to apply this to Doom Tower, you would look at the stat requirements for the Doom Tower stages. The same thing for clan boss, the same thing for speed running dungeons. You would just find what speed tunes work for whatever stage you're going after, and you can kind of move on from there. So once you have your champions labeled, once you know what the stat thresholds are, you would then click on one of those champions, head straight to your gear, use the awesome fitting room tool and start gearing as many champions as possible. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, Murder, I do this all the time. I have pretty good upkeep on my account. I know what I need and what I don't need. This is where you get the clear indicator for you as the player and for the progression of your account here. As soon as you say, okay, this champion, I have no chest piece, that's accuracy with speed here. Let's just go to that really quickly. Accuracy, speed. Let's say you cannot find a single piece of accuracy main stat with speed, substat here, and the regeneration gear set here. I do have one with a single roll, another with a single roll. Let's say I need a double roll to hit whatever stat threshold I want for a champion I'm trying to gear here. This is going to be the first indicator that I have to start farming the Fire Knight. Now you wouldn't just stop at one champion, you would do all 3 teams of the Hydra, keep a mental note or a physical note somewhere on the computer or on a piece of paper if you do want to go old school on all of the pieces you need. See where most of that gear drops from the dungeons, and bam, just like that, you are on your way to farming the proper dungeon, making sure you know exactly what you need going forward so there is no confusion. This might seem like such a simple concept, but in the times I've been doing takeovers, I've been doing all sorts of things from Hydra all the way to tag arena teams is extremely popular. They don't even know where to begin. This is that beginning part. You can save yourself a takeover from any content creator, including myself here, by just following this simple trick as far as taking the time to go through. Now, of course, most people also do takeovers because they don't have the time to do this. I get that, but if you do have the time, you want to be self-sufficient, this is the way to tell you exactly what you need, why you need it, and when you're going to need it, because all of that information is going to be right in front of you if you look at your account. Now, getting back to the champions that you don't want to touch, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. You should have a pretty good understanding of your account here. You might have champions gear that you're not currently using. You have to know that information because a valuable piece could be on a champion that you're not currently using. As of right now, Elder Skarg, perfect example. I said I was looking for accuracy in the main stat, speed in the substat with a double roll. I have exactly that piece in Elder Skarg. What am I using him for? Absolutely nothing. I probably used him in a YouTube video a year ago, a year and a half ago, and now this is just sitting here. So had I ignored equipped gear because I figured everything equipped was where it was supposed to be, never assume that. Trust me, I've made that mistake way too many more times than I'm willing to admit here. So just click on equip to make sure you have a pretty good understanding of which champions you don't want to touch and which champions you can touch for sure. I would like it, of course, if Plarium added some indicator while looking at gear if these champions are starred. As we can see for Kymar here, I know I have all of my Kymars marked. I cannot see which marked Kymar this is. It would be nice to have some type of indicator whether I have the sword, the pair of boots on him, as far as the label goes on this gear screen, so I would know right away this is a champion's gear that I cannot touch, as opposed to if I had my second Kymar that I'm not using for anything standing right next to him with a piece that I would also use. It's just annoying to go back and forth when you can see it all in one convenient screen right here. So with that being said, the same thing is going to apply to jewelry. You can mix and match pieces, see what you're missing, see what you're not missing. I know tons of people farming spider, they're all after that same piece. It's really easy to lose track of which accessories you need, whether it's a neck with a triple or double accuracy roll, resistance roll, the same thing with banners, resistance with speed, accuracy with speed, one of the most popular banners you could ever want for a champion. So it's really easy to lose track of that. So the more you know about your account, the easier it's going to be to make sure you're always on that right path of progression, because listen, we already said at the start of the video, the name of this game is farming. This is just an AFK farming simulator, and then once you're done with tons of farming, then you get to start having fun. You can do a little bit in between here and there, having these incremental increases in progress, but once you start mass farming, get a ton of gear at your disposal, that's when the fun begins, when you can start building teams left and right, making them much better, farming higher stage dungeons, getting more rewards like shards. I wish we could get more books so I could say books, but unfortunately, that's just not the case at the moment. So that's going to be my method here. This is what I do at the start of every single takeover. I say, where is this account? Where is this account trying to get? What champions can I not touch? Then I say, okay, what content am I trying to conquer here? What are the basic requirements for that content? Then I just start building. I say, okay, they're missing this, they're missing that. What dungeon is going to be the most popular drop rate for this? Is it going to be the forge? Is it going to be the dragon? Then I let that person know, say, hey, take a week, take 2 weeks, farm this dungeon specifically, get as much RNG as you can in to see if you can get an upgrade. Then I'll retake a look at the account, and the progress has always been insanely better. And they were saying, that's weird, never thought I had to farm dragon. I already had my speed 360 champion for arena and I thought I was just done. Who knew that I had to go back into dragon farming and then I could make 5 more champions just from farming that dungeon I thought I was already done with, just completely pop off, which skyrockets the average speed of your entire account and your progression as a result of that. So that's going to conclude this video. Hopefully it helps you a lot. I know once I started using this method for takeovers, it shot up my efficiency by an insane amount. I think I've been doing that for about 2 years now, so I'm really hoping this helps out a lot of players here. Don't forget, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment. And if you enjoy this content, smash that like button, subscribe, turn the notification bell, and I will see you all in my next upload.